CQ, W1 said Y. The Victor Echo.
Are we ready to go? Come on, we're going to beat our record. We get a minute and 47 seconds early compared to last month. All right, thank you all for joining us this evening. This is the North Fulton Amateur Radio League Club meeting. And I'm going to step over here and use this great thing. Look at that. Our presentation, the guy who wrote this slide wasn't paying attention, so it's incomplete. But our presentation tonight will be done by Dave Yishiati, KO4 USA, and the subject will be hand clock. So we're starting on time, we're going to talk about time, and we'll finish on time, hopefully. Before we get going, emergency exits. There's one emergency exit door in the back, rear. You can go through the door into the hallway on that side of the room, proceed out through the hallway, and go out through the front doors. The front doors are also emergency exits. If for some reason you happen to be in the back, there is an emergency exit, but I don't think it goes anywhere but out onto a patio, so don't do that. All right, restrooms, far right rear corner of the lobby. We have a remote audience. We're going to do the remote audience trick with the microphone. So if you have a question during the presentation, raise your hand. We'll observe it. We'll bring you the microphone, and that way the folks on the Google Meet session. How many folks do we have on Google Meet, Mark? We have 11.
We do have 11.
Very good. And then coffee and snacks. Oh, there's not a lot of cookies left, so if you want cookies, you better get over there. Here's some coffee. All right, here we go. Some calendar items. We've got our e-news contents due on September 5th. Please feel free to send that in via email to the e-news@NFARL.org. We have our EE test session. The next one's coming up on September 13th. The September Aries meeting is on September 9th. And then we have our next club meeting on September 16th, and that's going to be the, what do you call it? Mini Ham Fest. So if you got stuff to sell and you want to sell it, it's a good time to do it. And we're going to keep, tables are free for club members. So if you're a club member and you want to bring stuff, get a free table. You just got to let Lee know so we can make sure we get enough tables here. And finally, we got officer elections coming up at the October club meeting, and we'll talk about that a little later. Anybody have any questions? Great. Before we get going, Wes isn't here tonight because he had another commitment, but we do want to congratulate a couple of people for passing their latest examination. Dion King and Patrick Floyd. Patrick's already a club member. Dion is a guy from over in Gwinnett County that came over to our place to take his test, and they both achieved their general. So next time we see him, congratulate him. Officer elections are coming. Who knows what the club bylaws are?
Where or what?
Where? How do you get to them? Where do you find that document? Does anybody know?
They're on the website.
They're on the website. Okay, we're getting there. Well, we're going to go through that in a minute. But section 3 is the important section that you want to look at if you happen to go into the document, okay? And basically it reads that the officers of the North Fulton Amateur Radio League shall be President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, and chairman and membership chair. So those are the people that are going to get elected, or the positions rather, that are going to get elected for in October. Every single one of those is up for election, okay? Feel free to volunteer. That's a good message, right? What's that telling you? You need to volunteer, please. Okay. The name of the North Fulton Radio League bylaws document that's active is NFARL bylaws Rev 6.3.6.3b, and it's dated May 18th, 2021. So, how do you get there? Well, you get a couple options. First option is you go to the club website, go to the home page, and at the top, right? Make sure you're on the home page. That's the one with the 4 options. And it has the headline scrolls underneath it. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, you're going to see this full information stuff. Okay? Right here. All right? When you get to that, you'll see corporate information. It's the first line item on top. Click on that link. It'll take you right to the bylaws page. Bylaws page is the corporate information page. The corporate information page has 2 links at the bottom. Click on the one that says bylaws. Magically, your computer will open a PDF document, and there you go. You can go read that. All right? So that's one way to get there. Here's the other option. Maybe you know this, maybe you didn't. You go to the club website again. Funny thing, you got to go to the club website. And this time you go over to, come back here. What happened?
Or you can just hit up there.
Give me a new gadget, I'm going to screw it up. All right, here we go. Back to this. Go up to the top right-hand corner, you'll see that little search magnifying glass thing. Click on that. You magically get a black bar that opens right under the header. Type the word bylaws in there. It's going to take you to a results page that says search results for bylaws. Click on bylaws. Guess what happens? The bylaws page opens. There you go. I think we're done. No, that's not good. That's all I have. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Lee. Where is Lee? Okay.
Thank you, Mike. That's it. I'm going to stay on one slide. Keep it simple. Okay. Is this okay? Yes. All right. Okay, good. I just wanted to put a slide up since most of you went through the laborious task of signing in tonight with the new sign-in mechanism. And I'll hold the microphone up like that. Is that better? Okay. I'll try to keep it held up there too. The basic idea, I wanted to give you a little background as to why we did that and put you through all that torture. The idea was that we were trying to start getting statistics and putting some memberships together. How many people were here tonight? We never did know. Well, now tonight we know. Okay, so we're starting to build that database. You notice when you signed in, if you were a member, all you had to do is put your call sign in, and the rest of it flowed down. Okay, there's a few little icon things we've got to move around to get the Google phones to take care of the registration being out of the way, so we'll work that out too. But the basic idea tonight was to show you the registration app, which basically we've done 2 times at Hungry Hams. We fixed a few of the bugs there. We got 1 or 2 more tonight I think we can take care of. And one of the other things we were after is visitor follow-up information. This will give us that. And so it'll give us another way of communicating with people that are newcomers and come to the club meeting. So those are some of the reasons we put the thing together. It's a little bit of a follow-on from what you saw at Field Day with Pavel's sign-in mechanism he's done for the last few years. This is the next step past that. And it also has a back end, which is a point-of-sale program that we're going to do with, for instance, Ham Jam coming up. Instead of using a barrel, we're going to try to use a random number generator in the software and use that, do the tickets, and that'll keep all the manual back-end office work that you have to do with tickets and get that out of the way. And basically the idea here is that it'll also have an archive for everything that we've done. Give you email receipts. When you purchase a ticket, you'll get an email receipt instead of a ticket. So that's the next step in this process. We didn't demo that tonight because we didn't have any drawings, but we should have that ready for Ham Jam. So I just wanted to give you an idea of why we put you through the torture for the night. And if you've got any inputs besides the issues with the registration bar being out of the way and any other thing that you noticed, let me know, and we'll see if we can't get that taken care of before the next meeting. You ready, John? You're up. I guess he does need a mic. And I have the mic, so you got it.
Okay, I'm going to be as quick as I can, but this could be fun. We have certificates for the Georgia QSO Party, and the club passed the 1 million point score in 2025. We had 29 participants. And as the high score in the state of Georgia, we get our traditional gavel. I think we've been running these for quite a while. I think Mike has built a display case for them that we have in our storage unit. And this is the 5th consecutive year we passed 1 million points, which is really nice. Our stations were loud, and a lot of people, most folks, improved on the prior year's score, which is usually our goal, to get on the air, have fun, and try to do better with your own stations. One of the nice attributes of the Georgia QSO Party gives us a chance to learn our equipment, improve ourselves as operators, and most importantly, have fun. And just want special thanks to the people that work behind the scenes. Mark Fowler, WA1NIP, Tony Santoro, WA3TRA, and Roy, our new web guy, KQ4OYM. And we tried to get, as I always try to encourage, to get more people and operators in the contest. We were hitting you up on social sites, through the groups IO, and the website. And these guys were very responsive and did a great job for that. And also, behind the scenes, you all know Daryl Young, K4RGK, and we have 10 special event call signs to spell NFARL, and because those operators make hundreds or thousands of contacts, actually, we have to update the QRZ pages, because when people work a N4N or a N4F, they want a QSL card, or maybe they want that county, they have to look on QRZ. And Daryl does that every year, and he does a great job. And then our member Chaz Cohn, who manages plaques and awards for the GQP itself, but he's our member, gives us a lot of moral support, and he's kind of one of our contacts inside. So, and also thanks to all NFARL team operators. And for all the NFARL team operators in Georgia QSO Party this year, I took account of who was here, and we have a nice certificate. This one goes to Tim Lemon, WK4U/N4N, is top member for NFARL achieving top club score in Georgia. And we have these very nice cups as a kind of a surprise for everyone. Don't have one for Tim because he was our beta tester. He already got his cup. So, we reached out. Everybody's looking at these cups saying, how do I get one? What do they cost? Well, the price was when we sent you 20 emails in January, February, and March to join the contest. If you responded and played, you would have had a nice cup. But next year, who knows what we'll do. So I'm gonna, if y'all want to come up and get them or come up and get them after, I could read the list for who is here tonight. Besides Tim, AB4TT, Steve Knittel, who worked with Ian, NV4C, as a multi-op, high-power phone, and they did a great job. That's great. That's good. All right, and I'll read the names off. You all can come up and get them. KO4VW, operating as N4F, and KO4USA, Dave Biscotti as K4N, and Lee Johnson, N4WYE, John Norris, AA4AN, Mark Fowler, WA1NIP, and KS4KJ, Steve Mays as K4A, right here. And, KN4OAK, Mike Riley, and Tony Santoro, WA3TRA, Neil Foster, N4FN, Marius Lazunas, WG4V, who was the loudest station that I heard up in Fannin County, Carl Jackson, WB4ABY, and I think that's all that's here tonight, so come and get them. Thank you.
Germany 7, Victor.